Hello student, we are discuss in this lecture that is measurement of pressure. In order to measure the pressure, the instruments are used. To measure the pressure, instrument is used. Out of this, there are two instruments used for measurement of pressure, that is mercury barometer and mercury manometer. In this lecture we are discuss about this mercury barometer as well as mercury open tube manometer. In order to measure this pressure, these two instruments are used, that is mercury barometer and open tube manometer. Out of these two, first we have to discuss here mercury barometer. The instrument which measures the pressure, then that pressure which is measured by that instrument, then it is called as pressure meter or vacuum gauge or pressure meter. Then at first we have to diagram C of mercury barometer. Firstly, drawing this diagram, consider here point is A, for that purpose here this is torsilly vacuum. A point is considered here B point is considered here, C point is considered. Let us consider it is placed at the height it is filled with mercury. Mercury barometer, the instrument which is used to measure the atmospheric pressure. Then that instrument it is called as mercury barometer. Here in this mercury barometer it is used for measurement of an atmospheric pressure. The instrument which is used for measurement of atmospheric pressure is called as mercury barometer. And this instrument is discovered by the scientist Torsilly. This mercury barometer it is discovered by the scientist. This mercury barometer is discovered by the scientist Torricelli, Italian scientist Torricelli. This mercury barometer consists of mercury barometer. It is in the form of glass tube. Let us consider this is glass tube. Here in this diagram, let us consider this mercury barometer consists of glass tube and it is completely filled with mercury. It is completely filled with mercury and placed upside down in a small dish containing mercury. Mercury barometer, it is in the form of glass tube. This is glass tube. It is filled with mercury and placed upside down in a small dish containing mercury. And this glass tube, it is of 1 meter in length. 1 meter in length. And it is 1 centimeter in diameter. And it is filled with mercury up to its brim. And it is then quickly inverted in a small dish containing mercury. Therefore, due to which level of mercury lowers and when small mercury spill in the dish, then level of mercury lowers. When some mercury spill in the dish containing mercury. Therefore, here gap is created. Here in this diagram, gap is created. This gap is created between this closed end of tube and open end of mercury. Then that gap, it is called as Torricelli vacuum. Here gap is created when mercury lowers. When some mercury spill in the dish, then gap is created, and this gap is created between closed end of tube and open end of mercury. Then at that time, that gap is called as Torricelli's vacuum. Their gap is called as Torricelli vacuum. It contain also some vapors of mercury. Therefore, in this condition, at a point, pressure is 0. That is PA, it is equal to 0. Then, to find, let us consider point C in a dish which is placed up, in which glass tube is placed upside down. Consider point C on the dish, and to find the pressure at the point C, consider point B at the same horizontal level inside the glass tube. In order to find, consider the C point on the dish which is open to the atmosphere. Therefore, atmosphere pressure at C point, it is open to atmosphere. Here at C point it is open to atmosphere. Then at C, both point at C level and B level, both are at the equal level. To find the pressure at C, let us consider point B inside the glass tube. To find the pressure at C point, it is open to the atmosphere. Therefore, it is equal to the atmospheric pressure. That is, we can write here PC is equal to P. Pressure at C is equal to pressure at B, because both points are at the same horizontal level. Then to calculate pressure, consider this point B at the height h inside the glass tube, having density rho, and G is the acceleration due to gravity acting, and rho is the density of that mercury. This point is placed at the height h inside the glass tube. To find the pressure at the B, we have to consider PB is equal to pressure at B point. It is equal to, we have to consider, in order to calculate the pressure at B point, consider pressure at A point as well as it is placed at the height due to acceleration due to gravity as well as having density rho. Therefore, PB is equal to PA plus H rho G. Say this equation number 1. But here the PA is equal to 0. PA is equal to 0, as well as here PB is equal to P0, because when point C is open to the atmosphere, and at this C point it is equal to atmospheric pressure. Therefore, pressure at C point, it is equal to pressure at B point. That is, PC is equal to PB, and which is equal to atmospheric pressure. Here it is open to the atmosphere. Therefore, PB is equal to P0. Therefore, equation can become PB. It is equal to, here equation we can write 0 plus H rho G. That is, PB is equal to H rho G. That is, PB means also here P0. That is, say this equation number 2. Here in this equation, here you can see that P0 is the atmospheric pressure. H is the height of liquid column. Rho is density of liquid, and G is acceleration due to gravity. From this equation 2, we can determine here we can determine, that is, we can determine the atmospheric pressure by using this mercury barometer. We can measure the atmospheric pressure. The instrument which is used to measure the atmospheric pressure, then it is called as mercury barometer. For that purpose we can use mercury barometer, and this is about the mercury barometer, in which atmospheric pressure is measured with the help of equation H rho g, that is height of liquid column. By knowing this value, we can calculate atmospheric pressure by using this mercury barometer. After that, we can discuss about another instrument which is used for measurement of pressure, that is open tube manometer. Secondly, open tube, the instrument, another instrument which is used for measurement of pressure is open tube manometer. Second, open tube manometer. For that purpose, here by drawing the diagram of open tube manometer, we can calculate the gauge pressure. Consider a point here. Here consider C point. C point. Consider B point at the same horizontal level. H is the height. This is container. This is the diagram of open tube manometer. Open tube manometer. Open tube manometer. Then in this diagram, let us consider, this is the open tube manometer. In this diagram, consider this point A, B, C, D, A, B, C and D point. Open tube manometer consists of, it is of U-shaped and it is partly filled with low density such as water or kerosene. Open tube manometer consists of low liquid density such as, for example, water or kerosene. Consider open tube manometer. It is of U shape and it is partly filled with low liquid density such as water or kerosene. Then open tube manometer. Here open tube manometer in this diagram. One arm is open to the atmosphere. This arm is open to the atmosphere and other arm of this open tube manometer, it is connected to the container D, so that there is large level difference between the levels of liquid in the two arms of manometer. Because one arm is open to the atmosphere and other arm of this U shape, it is container connected to the or attached to the container D, whose pressure is to be measured. Therefore, at first consider this point C, which is connected to this container D. Then consider point A, which is open to the atmosphere. Therefore, here is atmospheric pressure. To find the pressure inside at the C point, we have to consider another point B, another point B, another point B at the same horizontal level, at the same horizontal level. In order to find the pressure at C, we have to consider here point B at the same horizontal level. For that purpose, we have to consider here the pressure at B point is equal to it is equal to atmospheric pressure, that is P0, plus when this point it is placed at the height h rho g. Therefore, h rho g. Say this equation number 1. PB is equal to atmospheric pressure and it is placed at the height h rho g. P0 is the atmospheric pressure. Here h is the height when it is placed at the height. Rho is density, g is acceleration due to gravity. But here, according to Pascal law, pressure at C point it is equal to D point. According to Pascal law, pressure at C is equal to pressure at D. As well as when point B and C both are at the same horizontal level, then PB is equal to PC. Therefore, to find the pressure at this C which is exposed to this container D, then it is equal to, let us consider P is the pressure at that point which is to be found. Therefore, because both B and C are at the same horizontal level, then PB is equal to PC. To calculate pressure inside the container D, according to Pascal law, pressure at C is equal to pressure at D. Therefore, to calculate pressure inside the D point, consider it is P. Therefore, say this equation number 2. Therefore, P is equal to, we can write P0 plus H rho G. Say this equation number 3. Then P minus P0 it is equal to H rho G. Here P0 is taken to this side, therefore it become minus P0 is equal to H rho G. Say this equation number 4. This difference between this pressure we can calculate the gauge pressure. This difference between this pressure and atmospheric pressure we can calculate the gauge pressure. Open tube manometer, it is the instrument which is used for calculating the gauge pressure. Open tube manometer, it is of U shape and it is filled with low density such as water or kerosene. In this diagram, one arm is open to the atmosphere, other arm is connected or attached to the container D, whose pressure is to be measured. To calculate, consider C point in this which is connected to the container. Then to calculate the pressure at C, consider point B at the same horizontal level. Then inside this U shape, then PV is equal to P0 plus H rho G. Here pressure according to Pascal law, pressure at C is equal to pressure at D. Therefore PC is equal to PD, but both are at the same horizontal level. Then PV is equal to PC. To calculate pressure at D, consider the pressure P, whose pressure is to be determined. Therefore by putting this in this equation first, then P minus P0 is equal to H rho G. By using this difference pressure we can calculate the gauge pressure. After that, this is about the instrument which is used for measurement of pressure. After that, we can discuss about the new term, that is surface tension. Surface tension. Fluid at rest position, it shows the interesting property called as surface tension. Fluid at the rest position, then it shows the interesting property, that is surface tension. That is, for example, water spider walk on the water surface. Water spider walk on the surface of water. Greased needle float on the surface of water, or as well as raindrop or soap bubble. These take this spherical shape. It shows the properties. That property is called as surface tension. For example, water. First example is water spider walk on the surface of water. First example, as well as greased needle float on the surface of water. Raindrop or soap bubble take the spherical shape. This example shows this interesting property called as surface tension. Then raindrop here, raindrop or soap bubble take the spherical shape. Water spider walk on the surface of water, as well as grease needle float on the surface of water. Raindrop or soap bubble, it take the spherical shape while falling. Then it shows the property fluid at rest. Fluid at rest position shows this property, then it is called as surface tension. ज्यावेळेस फ्लुइड हा रेस्ट पोझिशन असेल त्यावेळेस प्रॉपर्टी जी दाखवते ती कुठली प्रॉपर्टी आहे, सरफेस टेन्शन. इन ऑर्डर टू दिस अंडरस्टँड दिस surface tension, we have to know about some concept about the surface tension. For that purpose we know that matter, it is made up of molecule. आपल्याला माहिती की मॅटर कशापासून बनलेला आहे, मॉलिक्यूल पासून बनलेला आहे. Then force of attraction between these molecule is called as intermolecular force. Intermolecular force. To understand this surface tension, we have to know about the concept, that is intermolecular force. We know that matter it is made up of molecule, and the force of attraction, between these molecule is called as intermolecular force. And this intermolecular force is of two types. Here first force is cohesive force. Second, it is adhesive force. Cohesive force and intermolecular forces are of two types, that is cohesive force and adhesive force. Cohesive force means the force of attraction between molecules of same substance. Force of attraction force of attraction between two molecule of same substance. Force of attraction between two molecules of same substance, that is force of attraction between two air molecule or force of attraction between two water molecule. The force of attraction between two molecules of same substance, then it is called as cohesive force. As well as adhesive force means the force of, for example of this cohesive force here, force of attraction between two air molecule or between two air molecule or two water molecule. This is about cohesive force. After that we can discuss about the second, adhesive force. Adhesive force. Adhesive force means the force of attraction between two molecules of different substance. Here substance is different. Force of attraction between two molecules of different substance, then it is called as adhesive force. For example, the force of attraction between water and glass molecule. Between water and glass molecule. Intermolecular forces of two types, that is cohesive force and adhesive force. Adhesive force means the force of attraction between two molecules of different substance, then it is called as adhesive force. Force between water and glass molecule, it is called as adhesive force. Cohesive force means the force of attraction between molecules of same substance, then it is called as cohesive force. Then after to understand this surface tension, we have to know also range of molecular force. Range of molecular force. Molecular force. Range of molecular force, as well as the term sphere of influence. Range means the maximum distance up to which intermolecular forces are effective. Then it is called as range. It is denoted by R. The maximum distance up to which intermolecular force are effective. Then that distance is called as range of molecular force. ज्या डिस्टन्स पर्यंत मॉलिक्युलर फोर्सेस हे इफेक्टिव्ह असतात त्या डिस्टन्सला काय म्हणणार तुम्ही रेंज ऑफ इंटरमॉलिक्युलर फोर्स. मग सरफेस टेन्शन तुम्हाला माहित करून घेण्यासाठी या टर्म माहित पाहिजेत. त्यानंतर आपण काय बघणार आहे स्फेअर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएन्स. द स्फेअर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएन्स मीन्स an imaginary sphere drawn with molecule as a center whose radius is equal to molecular range, whose radius is equal to molecular range. Sphere of influence means an imaginary sphere drawn with molecule as center whose radius is equal to molecular range. Then that is called as sphere of influence. An imaginary sphere drawn with molecule as a center whose radius is equal to molecular range. Then it is called as sphere of influence. To know the surface tension, we have to know intermolecular force, that is cohesive force, adhesive force, sphere of influence, as well as range of molecular force. Thank you.